You must learn to see with the same eye a mound of earth and a heap of gold, a cow and a sage, a dog and the man who eats the dog. There's another intelligence beyond the mind.
Dharma transcends charity, doing good in this world. It's acting for the soul, irrespective of what this world demands.
Dharma belies the Western criticism of Hindu thought that it leaves precious little room for free will, just binds man upon a wheel of fate, a wheel of reincarnation, rebirth that goes round and round and round and round and round.
Dharma offers the escape from the fate of reincarnation. It is the path detached from this world of illusion to the quintessential truth which Hinduism seeks.
The Bhagavad Gita illustrates the infinite scope of the Vedas. That is to say, Veda is Nitya. It's been there forever. It is Ajam and Avyayam. That is, it never had a beginning and it doesn't decrease with time. And one who has imbibed the spirit of this tremendous eternity, what kind of death can come to him? Nor indeed, what kind of harm can such a person cause to others?
If someone from the West would be looking for the holiness of the Bhagavad Gita, where should he look?
Whenever you hear the whispering of a brook, there is the entrance to divinity.
From a Western point of view, it's impossible to understand that fate, destiny, and free will can coexist. Everything in the Western mind says, if there's fate, there isn't free will. If there's free will, there can't be such a thing as fate or destiny. And the Mahabharata cuts that away and puts one in front of something very, very different, which is that freedom exists in a quite different way, and that one sees that the great freedom for each character is either to become himself or not to become himself.
It is with this detachment that Arjuna can sound the horn, even for the horrors of the coming war. The Pandavas win eventually, but it is a victory which is to deeply trouble them.
Every rule is broken, every single value is destroyed. There is no difference left between the people who are good and the people who are evil. There's no difference left between who is the enemy and who is not.
No one can calm the sense of wrongfulness in the mind of Yudhishthira, now king. Ultimately, the Pandavas decide it's time for them to leave this world too, and they embark upon the great journey, walking into the cold north towards heaven. One by one, they fall into the abyss and perish. Until Yudhishthira is left alone with a dog that has followed him faithfully all the way.
Who has come as far as this? Who are you?
I am Yudhishthira. I am looking for the gate of paradise.
You have proved yourself to be the best of kings. Leave this dog and enter.
I can't leave this dog.
Why?
He's followed me ever since I left the city.
Paradise isn't open to dogs. Leave this dog.
Abandon a creature who loves me, who's alone and defenseless. can't.
It is the right path.
Enter.
The dog is his father, the god Dharma, here to test his virtue. Another test awaits in heaven, where Yudhishthira finds his enemies, the Kaurava, who come to mock him. His brothers are in hell, where Yudhishthira then chooses to be as well.
I will stay here forever with my family.
But it is his last test, his final illusion.
You've known neither paradise nor hell. Here there is no happiness, no punishment, no family, no enemies. Rise in tranquility. Here words end like thought. This was your last illusion.
Which ends the Mahabharata. Of the many dimensions of the poem, there's also this one.
It really talks about you. Krishna is the mind, the chariot is the body, the horse is the senses, Arjuna is the individual soul. It's very much something that's relevant to the spiritual condition of each person at any time in their life.
So they died without children, all of them. But you told me this poem tells the story of your race. Am I born from a dead race?
Look at this woman. Krishna saved the life of this child because his blood is the blood of Arjuna, his friend. And centuries will go by. And you will come from this woman.
That one work can contain both so much wisdom and entertainment after several millennia is mind-boggling and without comparison. If Homer's Iliad also contained the New Testament and was as popular today as it had been 2,000 years ago, even this would not compare with the poem attributed to Vyasa. By comparison, Shakespeare himself seems like a lightweight, and indeed all literary fame pales.
We find it hard to believe that anything of such magnificence could be a legacy from a time before history began. But in the West, our scholars primarily have looked for the cradles of civilization closer to home. To us, India is a mere footnote to history.
We require hard evidence, documents, records. And unlike Egypt or Mesopotamia, where nothing will decay, the Indian climate ensures that nothing, not even the hardest stone carvings, will survive much beyond 1 millennium.
But could we be wrong? Instead of a footnote, should India be one of the main chapters in our history books?